Okay, well, let me go ahead and start this video off. I've been meaning to do this for quite a while. Let's go with gang stalking. So, first and foremost, I've been on this program for the past 8 years. I come from a maximum security, which automatically you're observed by all of the above, more like parole, and then after you defeat parole, which is discharge, would be considered like, depends on what you're doing in the streets. If they think you're selling drugs, you're watched by the ATF. If you're not, you're watched by the FBI. If you a known gang member, carrying possession of firearms, selling firearms, any type of legal procedures. So gang stalking. I've been on this program for quite a while. To me, it's a very confusing program. It's meant to make you look crazy, as well as the spiritual warfare that's involved with it. So basically, it's like, which comes from South Africa, which is voodoo. Voodoo is basically spells and stuff like that they utilize to their advantage in regards to the gang stalking. It is a spiritual warfare. It does get physical. Physical meaning detectives utilize gang members and stuff like that to do their dirty work by killing people as well as assaulting people. This is not only with them, this has to do with government agencies as well. I mean, I understand that I could get killed for this, which I really don't care anymore. For some weird reason, a lot of weird stuff has been happening. A lot of people have been letting me know to expose the knowledge and the wisdom that I have, the wisdom that I contain, and the wisdom that I have received. It just has to do with physical as well as spiritual. I understand that the end of days is near. It's just very confusing. It's a very confusing game. I've played this game as it being a chess game of my life, and to my understanding, I have won over and over. To them, they continue to act like gang members from in prison. They run around, they rape women, they murder people, they do a lot of crazy stuff. But the only crazy part is it really happens. You know, this stuff is really occurring, and due to these circumstances, a lot of times is what they do is they utilize their certain people, and they make it seem like it's a giant setup for me. So basically, they have a certain thing called as S and Ys, which is considered out here are two fivers, which run around for different agencies. They do their dirty work, and a lot of this stuff is not acknowledged, only to specific people. Sometimes they go around and gossip, and they let people know that a lot of times it's FBI staff, which they utilize certain people, and they tell them that a person is not dangerous. They move in with the person, not acknowledging that the person's not dangerous, and then they're questioning later, like, I thought you said this person wasn't dangerous. Dude, he has guns, he has knives, I'm scared. And the majority of the time, they don't let a person know exactly to the T what's really going on. So a lot of times, for me, it's gone so far where the Illuminati is involved. They're trying to kill me off, and they're trying to damage my nervous system, which is not working, you know. This is where the spiritual warfare comes into effect, you know. I'm a very firm believer in God. I look the way I look. If you can tell, a lot of it is all godly. You know what I mean? To my understanding, this is a spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare, psychological warfare, and physical warfare are all exactly the same thing. Spiritual is mental, spiritual. Physical is my flesh, fighting, um, hurting people, them hurting me. And then you have the psychological warfare, which is considered the new psychological guns that they have, which they utilize to shoot. It's like a gun with, it's like a microwave connected into a gun that shoots off waves, which is radiation, and that gets the acknowledgement of talking to your brain. For me, it's gotten so far to where my dad is dying due to this stuff. A lot of people are gonna start dying due to this stuff. People are gonna catch cancer. They're gonna kill everybody off, as well as already what's going on with the coronavirus and the new viruses that's coming. They're not playing games with it. So basically, it's supposed to be a depopulation of 5 billion people, and they're supposed to depopulate. I guess I'm supposed to be one of the special ones that's supposed to be depopulated. To my understanding, you have godly people and you have evil people. You have evil people that don't believe in God, that are coming to God, and like it says in the Bible, we will be able to enjoy our riches in heaven with jewels on our crown for every soul that we have saved. Right now is the most horrific time of the world. The world really doesn't care about us. They don't acknowledge us, and I don't want to be acknowledged. But for some weird reason, I've been talking to people here and there, and all I keep hearing is, you have to pass that knowledge on. You have to get it out. You can't hold it in. And I'm a little tired of all the situations and all the stuff that's constantly occurring. I mean, it's not a game no more. It's physical. So basically, okay, so let's say this, for instance. I'm a gang member, and I'm going to go out there, and I'm going to stab somebody to death or shoot somebody. I'm not saying this is going to happen. I'm not going to do it. So this is just utilizing in certain perspectives in regards to cowardishness, physicalness, and straightforwardness, basically. So basically, a gang member or I would say whites, blacks, doesn't matter. When somebody is active, they're gonna go over there and they're gonna just shoot you in front of your face. They're gonna stab you in front of you and not hide it from you. So gang stalking is a lot different. I mean, if you get so far past that level to where you don't lose your mind and you're sane, they go around your back, cowardishness. They go underground. They utilize these long needles that come out and they poke you. And like at my father's house, I stood over for a little bit, and I noticed my dad was getting picked too, but he doesn't say anything because he thinks he's manly, like it's a man. But in reality, he has knowledge of certain things that are going on in reality, and he needs to expose it, which he doesn't. So I'm here. I'm gonna expose it now. Here is the time, and here it goes. So gang stalking is not a game. This is real stuff. It's facts. A lot of people have acknowledged it. A lot of people understand it. This video is going out, and it's meant to make me look crazy, but I'm not crazy. I don't take medication. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke cigarettes. I'm a very hard worker. I got a very good job. I work for United States Industry. To them, everything is about doctors watching, observing to see if one is insane or sane. Meaning, insane means crazy, lost, not all there. And sane means to be there, to acknowledge, to know what you're doing before you do it, to understand the reactions that you are doing. So it's a big difference. It's just like non-fiction means true, instead of fiction means false. So It's not confusing. That's just vocabulary. So now the gang stalking stuff is as real as it gets. They're sore losers. They don't know how to lose. When they do, they get very upset. It's like the way my brother used to be when I was younger. My brother would play a video game called Mortal Kombat, you know, and Mortal Kombat, I would beat him on that game and he would turn around and punch me up for no apparent reason. That's considered a sore loser. A sore loser is someone that can't take a beating or a chess game where I get checkmate on them. And you know what? They tend to put their pawns back before that checkmate. So like, let's say I put them in check mode, okay, and I turn around real quick because I want to grab a piece of licorice. I go in and grab 2 pieces real quick. When I turn back, there's an extra piece put back on the table, which in reality I should have never looked away. In reality, they shouldn't cheat like that. But this is the way the game is played, so I'm gonna go ahead and just spit it out here and then. Okay, so I sleep with my eyes open. It seems like a dream. In reality, it's not a dream. It's what I see. Last night, for some apparent reason, I was asleep and there was like this snake device, and it creeped up from the side of my bed and it was just staring at me. Had a black thick tip, and the rest of it was like some type of weird wire, like kind of like this, okay, like thick. It stood in place when they bent it. They slide it through and they're constantly watching you with the camera. You know what I mean? But in reality, it's like really long, like about that long, and it's a straight camera. And for some weird reason, they're just watching me in the nighttime. But I know what it is. I sleep with a piece of wood on my bed, you know? Not only because it helps my back out, but just due to the fact when I was staying with my dad, I was taking care of him because he's getting kind of old and he can't take care of himself, pick up after himself. He can't lean over so much. I was laying on his bed one morning at a certain time and something poked me in my back, which numbed the center of my back for a very long time, which to me is, I don't know what it is. Here comes the ambulance. Wow, look at that. Nice. All you guys know about all that, right? Look at this guy too. Look at another guy stood right behind me. Got his license plate now. So that's just the ways they work. And everything is supposed to be a game, but the only crazy part is this guy with the black Honda is supposed to follow me for $100 Target card. In reality, they're not explaining to him the true facts of what's really going on. I moved to Vegas, which a lot of stuff started to occur over there. I almost got killed over there by Metro, I guess. That's what it said on his shirt. Hey, it is what it is. I was paralyzed from my right side, which gang paralyzing back. I had a right drop. It's called the right drop wrist. It couldn't move it at all. I had to learn how to use a lighter or a pen to click up and on. My fingers didn't work. Now my body is completely stable. I work out now. I don't work out too hard because I have a lot of pinched nerves in the back of my neck, which the physical altercation assault occurred. You know, for me, I'm not gonna lay down. I'm not gonna get down for nobody, and I definitely ain't gonna stand down for anybody. And that's just not me. I don't represent this gang stalking stuff. I don't represent the police. I don't represent any of them. To me, it's an ongoing battle. If I had the authority to do so, I would call martial law straight up. State of emergency. Call that, sign that paperwork, and get it done with. Just due to the fact is, the United States has been corrupted. It's over corrupted, and it needs to be fixed. Which martial law would be called into effect due to the T virus, which is soon to come, or a corruption of a government, which our government is so corrupted nowadays. There's so many murders and stuff going on that we don't acknowledge. It's just like back in the days. There's a lot of movies, true stories, that Indians have died for because of oil that the United States tried to claim. They were the Indians were putting water in the oil, and the FBI went around and started to poison their water, which was killing the people, the Indians, the natives. So a lot of this stuff is it's real, and it's gonna cost me my life to put this video out, but it's okay. I don't really mind. I don't care who's listening in this car. They have mics everywhere. I really don't give a two-time stuff about it. I mean, I'm watching my words, my vocabulary, so that YouTube doesn't cut me off on these videos. I will continue to do these videos once a week or every 2 days, just so I can get back into structure of acknowledging and giving knowledge to the world. For the world deserves it. I was scared, not scared, but I was